Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Um, I'm really excited to talk to you right now because today I've been kind of rolling off working, that's how I work. I flow from one thing to the next. And I did a couple lives on Facebook. And this really interesting thing is like coming through. And the reason I'm kind of congested is because I'm clearing so much energy from my higher chakras right now, particularly in my throat chakra, because there's all these truths that want to come through. And I thought that Facebook would be a good, or sorry, YouTube, that's where we are right now, would be a good place to talk about this particular thing. And that is the illusion between masculine energy and negative energy. So what masculine energy is the physical world. That's masculine energy. So anything results wise that you want to see in your world, like money or opportunities or manifestations, health, any kind of physical result, that is masculine energy. Okay. We also know that masculine energy can be men in the world if you identify as a man. And the truth about masculine energy is that it is giving, supportive, and protective. And that is where masculine energy, that's the truth of it. And that is where it is at home, feeling good. So every man that you meet has that desire inside of him. You'll hear my throat chakra clearing as I talk about these things. And so the mistake that a lot of women make, especially, is thinking that people who do things out of fear, out of triggers inside of them, out of trauma, out of what that all really boils down to is negative energy, making the mistake of thinking that negative energy is masculine energy because the person who did those negative things to them was a man, happened to be a man. And so what happens is we take these things that men in our life have done to us, maybe dating, your dad, brothers, whatever it is, uncles, and you say that's what masculine energy is. You see the mistake? It's hurtful. It's abandoning. It's doesn't care about me. And if you have those attitudes about one aspect of the masculine, including men, you're going to have it about all aspects of the masculine, including money, including health, including your career. Masculine energy is all one thing. So your attitude toward one aspect of it is going to affect the others. That's why a lot of women, right, who have issues with men have issues with money. If you have peace with men, you'll have peace with money, vice versa. So it's about having peace with the masculine, is what I'm saying. And the truth about the masculine that we often can't see, again, because we might see a human being in front of us who's flawed and operating out of negativity inside of them, who happens to be a man. What we do is we start to associate that negativity with what masculine energy is and means. So then we start to feel like a victim of men, of money, of health, of whatever the physical thing is. So you see how that's a mistake, right? So the way we can remedy this is to talk about the truth of what masculine energy really is. And the truth of masculine energy is, again, it's supportive, loving, it's kind, it's giving, and it's a universal truth. That's an energetic law. That's what the masculine is. That's what money is. That's what opportunities is. That's what health is. Have you ever noticed that your body constantly heals itself? It's all it knows how to do. That's all masculine energy knows how to do too. And so it's very true that you're either letting it support you or you're not. And it's not that it doesn't want to support you, right? And there are all these really interesting ways that you'll start to see that this is true. Because I've noticed even with dating, sometimes men will ghost you, right? Um, they will abandon you, technically. They will, cut things off. And we as women can sometimes think, I know this is like a heteronormative example, and not all relationships are hetero, but just as an example of the polarity between feminine and masculine and the way it attracts. Um, it seems like that's just straight up disrespectful. That's just straight up abandonment. That's just straight up awful. And I'm not saying in some situations it's not, but beneath that, a lot of times men, they have a feminine side too. They have intuition, and sometimes they sense that you're not helping yourself by relying on them too much. You're not helping yourself by being needy. You're not seeing your value, and this relationship is not actually good for you. And so they will cut things off, not because they don't like you or not good enough. It's because they're actually trying to help you, and they're so geared to support you that sometimes that's what that looks like. Sometimes that's what that support looks like. And I'm not saying that that behavior is okay, but I'm saying that the true masculine beneath the surface is always trying to give, always trying to support. And that can include what's best for you sometimes. And again, sometimes it's negative energy that's running the show, and that's not good. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to start distinguishing between what's coming from negative energy and what's actual masculine energy. Because if you start experimenting with this in your world, you start looking around your world and you start seeing how much the world wants to support you, how much the physical world is always there for you. A good example of true masculine energy, which is inside every man, by the way, is the fact that we always have gravity. That's a physical aspect of the world. That's the masculine, and it never stops being there, right? Gravity is always there. That's what the masculine is like. That's an example of the masculine in nature. Air, oxygen, always there. That's an example of the masculine. The physical world, the masculine, always supportive. So I want you to realize that money is like that too. Men are like that too. And what gets in the way with why do these things get blocked then? It's because of negative energy. So negative energy is fear, which can cause, for example, a man to do something where he's acting out of that. But this distinction I'm trying to make is that that's not masculine energy. And so when we make the mistake that that's what masculine energy is, it will block it in other areas. You see the connection there? So what a lot of women do is they hold back their ability to make money, trust money, because they don't trust men, because they think that that man was showing them what masculine energy is like, which was not reliable. So money's not reliable. But what I'm trying to say is that masculine energy is constantly reliable. That particular man was operating out of negative energy, right? That's not the nature of the masculine. That's not the nature of money. That's not the nature of your body. That's not the nature of the physical world. And that's not what the masculine is. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that distinction, because I think it can be so easy for us to make that mistake and to think that, because of the way one man acted, I can't rely on money. I'm not going to be healthy. I'm not safe, because that's what the masculine is, but it's not what the masculine is. All right. So pretty short video, but I thought this was important. Um, I'm definitely feeling inspired to talk about these things because they are practical and real. They really do affect your life and the way that you show up. And I want you to feel like you live in a world that supports you. And once you start believing this truth about the masculine, you're going to notice how it's trying to get in your life, trying to support you. I think even with our work, the masculine wants us to trust it. Trust that your work will make you money. Trust that, look at the beautiful ways that the masculine is constantly supporting you and giving you opportunities. Look at the ways the men in your life are actually trying to support you. And this universal, endless, timeless truth about the masculine is always going to be true. The best thing you can do is start to believe that and start to open up to it and rely on it as an energy, and you're going to get so much more support, which is what you want and what you deserve, especially as a woman. So if you have questions, you can email me. I'll put my email in the description. And I also have a new free masterclass called I Receive More, where you can learn about how, as a woman, you can start to open up to receive more in your life, ask for what you deserve, trust the masculine, and get what you want. If you'd like to get a copy, you can also email me, and can't wait for you to see it. All right.